Hi, I'm Seamless, and this is the 38th 75K tutorial. This was the sound as requested by UmmMax, and it's from the Shovel Knight soundtrack from the game Shovel Knight. This song is called something of the Usurper, In the Halls of the Usurper. And if you listen to it, the sound was for the lead that shows up in that song. I didn't record it, and you can go find it if you want, but I'm here to tell you it's a pulse width modified square wave. Watch what happens when I go there. Ta-da! I'm doing this as a 75K tutorial because I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, well, this is a waste of a 75K. You're doing this simple stuff. I thought the whole point was that you're supposed to be doing this to learn how to make new cool sounds that you didn't think you could do before. And this actually kind of qualifies as that. Not because I didn't know I was going to do it, but because once upon a time I did not know how to do it. And the reason for not knowing that this sound is generated by this particular process, the only reason is just because you just happened to not have heard it yet, or someone hadn't shown you to, or hadn't told it to you. There's not really a reason for you to have known any of this. This is one of the biggest problems when it comes to learning about sound design, is that you have to attribute definitions to things, to processes that create oral characteristics. And then you know how much I hate buzzwords of people trying to explain how things sound versus just showing you an example of how things sound. And it's kind of difficult for example to have like a book full of explanations of how things sound. But once you know, for example, what pulse width modification sounds like on a square wave, otherwise known as a pulse, then you sit there just like, oh, and now you know what that sounds like. And then whenever you hear that sound, or you hear the process involved, and where you're going, oh, that's pulse width modification. Yes. PWM, sometimes it's denoted as. And the whole pulse width thing comes from the fact that another word for a square wave is just a pulse. Because electrically speaking, a pulse is essentially just, it's like all the way on and then all the way off immediately. And that whole idea. And that gets represented as a square wave. It's not really all the way on, all the way off. It's all the way on and all the way negative, and then it's off again. That's sort of what that means. So then the whole pulse width is, I mean, analog, whatever. I'm not 100% sure about that. But point being, it creates a pulse, and the pulse width is this whole thing. And we're modifying the pulse width. In fact, on analog hardware, where there are square waves, is usually a parameter input for changing the width of the pulse. And you can usually do that on the fly, which is pretty cool. Because it sounds a little bit like a supersaw when you do it like that. And then there's wave shaping, and then there's folding, and all kinds of other good stuff. But point being, this particular sound is very specifically a pulse width modded square. It's a very short pulse. And that's what makes it sound. And I mean, there's a lot of cool, fun, information and whatever there, but this is kind of like a PSA. I just want you to know that this is what this is, so that whenever anybody asks me, I can just show them this video as being something that I have answered already. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to give you a preset for this, because why the hell would I? If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you'd like to make a request for yourself, please do so in the Reddit thread linked in the description of this video. And as always, have a nice day.